Hi, my name is Jenna Love and I'm a clinical psychologist. I work at the Red Cell Pain Management and Psychology Service in St George's Hospital in London. And I just wanted to talk us through today a brief breath focus, which is from a mindfulness background. So very appropriate whether this is the first time you've ever done any mindfulness or if you're a regular practice, somebody who practices regularly. Nothing that you need to know in advance, but just bearing in mind that the instructions or the suggestions that I make today are completely optional and you are in charge, you have control. So if there's something that I suggest that isn't right for you, then feel free to make the decision that's right for you today. So as we're moving into our practice, just starting by thinking about our posture. So if you're sitting, often it can be helpful to find a position that has a little element of wakefulness or dignity or sort of uprightness to the posture so that we're not completely slumped, if that's possible. For some people, they may want to just come away from the back of the chair slightly, but really thinking about a posture that's as comfortable as it's possible for you to be. And you might want to gently close your eyes. There's nothing, you don't need to see me. Or if that's not right for you, try, rather than sort of tempted into looking around too much, just try and find a position in front of you that you can just softly rest your gaze on. Maybe just starting by feeling the places where the body comes into connection with the chair or the bed or whatever's supporting you. So maybe feeling your back, the backs of your thighs, just whatever areas of your body are in contact with the chair, with the bed. Maybe feeling your feet on the floor if they are on the floor. Just feeling held, feeling supported, feeling that contact with the ground and the earth below us. And then when you're ready, just becoming aware of the fact that you're breathing. Just starting to follow along with the breath as the body breathes as it naturally does. Just being curious, just paying attention, noticing the in-breath all the way in and the tiny kind of pause as it changes and becomes the out-breath, and just following along with the breath. There's no need to change the breath, no need to breathe in a certain way, but just feeling the breath more than thinking about it, feeling it in your body. And you might find that there's a particular place in the body where the breath sensations are particularly vivid for you. So in the nostrils, as the air comes into the body, or maybe the chest rising, or maybe down in the belly, in the stomach. And maybe just choosing a particular place where those sensations are strong and vivid for you and letting your attention rest there. Just following along with the breath sensations. And you might find as you do this that suddenly you notice that your mind has started to wander. That suddenly you're thinking about something that's happened today or something that you need to do. That's totally normal and not a problem at all. And once we notice that that has happened, that the mind is no longer on the breath, then we're able to just gently notice that. There I go, thinking. And we can make a choice and we can decide to bring the awareness back to the breath. Not in a forced way, not in a critical way, not in a judgmental way, but just can let go of that. Don't need to think about that right now. Just in this moment, just bringing the awareness back to the breath wherever you are in that in-breath, out-breath cycle, and just reconnecting with your breath. And you may find that you need to do that lots of times during this practice, and that's okay. That's what we're here to do. Every time we notice that our mind has wandered, and we get to bring it back to our breath, and that's an opportunity to practice mindfulness. Just simply feeling the breath sensations as they move through the body. Not changing them, not judging them. But just letting our awareness rest on this wonderful thing that our body does so many thousands of times a day. And then as we naturally come to the end of this short practice for today, just, taking a little moment to kind of congratulate yourself for making the time to practice today, and knowing that you can take some element of this perhaps slightly more slowed down, slightly more aware approach into the next moments of your day. And knowing that the breath is always here, we don't need to be doing anything fancy to just drop into that awareness of our breath anytime during the day, whether we're standing in a queue, whether we're waiting for a phone call, the breath is always here for us. Thank you for joining me today.